Okay, welcome back to another episode of Third and 23. I'm your host, Alex, here to give you my college football playoff predictions and give you some couple odds that I would do that I definitely plan on doing, at least two of them for futures bets. So, everybody's got their predictions out there. If you look at the talking heads and like experts and all that, they got their predictions out there. I made a bracket similar to what they have and gave you my predictions. I've already went over each conference, so you guys got an idea of who I thought was going to the playoff, who I think was the conference winner, and so on. If you're new to the rules, or if you don't know what the rules are for the college football playoff, just to let you know, the so you got the P4, SEC, Big Ten, Big 12, ACC. The four conference championship winners get automatic buys. So that's why you see Georgia, Miami, Ohio State, and Kansas with buys uh, in the first round. So they automatically go to the second round. I don't necessarily agree with that. I wish they went by the committee selecting who should be the buys. It shouldn't be based on conference championship winner. Why do I say that? So if you look at the four seed, I have the Kansas Jayhawks as the four seed. While I think Kansas has a good team, I picked them to win the Big 12. As I said, the Big 12 is wide open, as I said in that video. But I don't believe Kansas could compete for a conference title in any other conference. I think the Big 12 is weak. So whoever's the five seed, in this case, I have Notre Dame. Your five seed is going to play your 12, who's going to be your mid major that gets the auto bid. So I'm going with Boise State in this situation. But Notre Dame gets Boise, then gets the Big 12 champion. I mean, they got whoever's the five seed coasts to the semifinals. So that's why I don't like that. I think there should be reseeding. I don't think Kansas should be the four seed. I think they should play in the first round. I don't think Miami should be the three seed. I think they should play in the first round. So this is what we have. There's no reseeding either, so that's another thing. If you guys are NFL fans, you got reseeding if there's an upset in the first round. There's no reseeding in the college football playoff. So as it stands, and I know I didn't give a Notre Dame preview. I do have them as the five seed. I think that go. I actually think they can go 12-0 this year. 11-1 at worst. I think they're going to have a brick wall of a defense, especially against the run. And you got two All-American caliber DBs in Watson, Benjamin Morrison, the corner, who might be the best corner in the country. And then offensively, I like the guy Riley Leonard to transfer in from Duke. I think he's more of a gamer than Sam Hartman was, who transferred from Wake Forest last year. So I think you're going to see Riley Leonard play better than Sam Hartman did. And I like Jeremiah Love to have a breakout year at running back. I know they lose Estime, but I think Love is actually a more explosive player than he is. So I think you're going to see Love have a breakout year there. But they're going to be led by their defense. And with Marcus Freeman coaching that team and coaching that defense, you're going to see the Irish have a really good year. So that's why I got them with the five seed. But anyways, this is how I see it break out. I don't probably no surprises. I got Georgia versus Ohio State. I think these are the two best teams in the country. I think they're on a collision course to meet in the national title game. I just hope they're on opposite sides of the bracket so we can see them meet in the national title game because both teams are obviously going to the playoff. And I like the Georgia Bulldogs to win the national title. I just I don't like I think Ohio State has a great team, but I just don't like Will Howard against Kirby Smart and a Georgia Bulldog defense with a bunch of NFL players on it. Will Howard is Max Duggan to me. And you guys remember Max Duggan or Max Duggan 2 years ago with TCU when they played against Georgia? What happened? 65-7 annihilation, right? Because Max Duggan wasn't an NFL quarterback. Will Howard isn't an NFL quarterback. And I think that's what you're going to need, a QB at least with NFL potential to go against that front seven and that defensive minded and the Kirby Smart, that defensive minded coach in a national title game situation. We're not talking about a regular season where maybe Georgia's kind of sleepwalking in the game. We're talking about in a national title game when Georgia's going to be on uh, hitting on all cylinders. You need a quarterback who can navigate that kind of defense. So I just don't think Will Howard is that guy. As far as my odds go, so here are the odds, the current championship, national championship odds. You have Georgia. I not only listed the ones that I think matter because I don't think anybody else can win the national title. Georgia's my pick to win the title. They're plus 300. They are the favorite to win the national title, so I didn't go with a surprise here. This is what a lot of people are picking as well, and I agree with them. If you like Ohio State, which I do like Ohio State, I think they got the talent to do it. And who knows, Will Howard could surprise me and be able to navigate that Georgia defense. They're a plus 380. I think doing a Georgia future and an Ohio State future are two. smart plays this year, two plays that I'm gonna make. I don't really think anybody else can win the national title this year. I did like Texas before the CJ Baxter injury. Losing your starting running back and then you losing the freshman backup. I mean, when you're down to three scholarship running backs, I really thought Texas had a good chance of making to the national title game this year until that injury. Jaden Blue was a good back, but if he goes down, now you're becoming you're two scholarship backs and guys who are infinitely played. You're a one-dimensional team, and if you guys watched my videos last year, you know I do not like one-dimensional teams. I like balance, to be able to run it and be able to throw it. So that's why I didn't put Texas here. But if Jaden Blue stays healthy, you can still have that balance. So I put Texas here. They're a plus 850. It wouldn't be a bad flyer bet, with a senior Quinn Ears with a lot of weapons to throw to, and I think what's going to be a really really good defense. It wouldn't be a bad bet to put Texas at plus to do a future on Texas at a plus 850. But that pretty much breaks it down as far as my futures that I would do, how the national championship is going to play out, how the college football playoff is going to play out. As I've talked about before, I like Oregon, but I wouldn't like them in a game against Georgia. And seeding is going to matter. So this is my seeding, but it could change. It could be the same teams with different seeding. But this is how I see it ultimately playing out with a Georgia, Ole Miss, Ohio State, Notre Dame Final Four, Georgia versus Ohio State in the national title game, and the Georgia Bulldogs, as I said, winning it all. And that pretty much wraps up this video. So let's get ready for the season kicking off this Saturday. As I said, I'm going to have a video on Georgia Tech, Florida State. I'll probably do that video on Friday. So the day before the game. The game is Saturday at noon. Only game that I'll do this weekend for college football goes, though. So if you like the content, please like, follow, subscribe, all of that. As you're going to see my YouTube handle here in a few seconds. Take care.